Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, dear students. Today's our topic is about the synthesis of polysaccharide. Synthesis of phospholipids. First of all, we knows about that. What is the phospholipids? As you know that these are the compound lipids that is very important part of the cell membrane and also the cell. Phospholipids are of many types. They are the glycerophospholipids or either they are the sphingophospholipids. In case of the phospholipids, the diglyceride group is simple organic molecule that is attached with the phosphate group. Phospholipids are of many types. They are the phosphatidylcholine, phosphatidylethanolamine, phosphatidylinositol, phosphatidylserine, and sphingomyelin. Phosphatidylcholine is an excellent source of choline, vitamin B. Major component of it is a major component of the cell membranes and is critical for brain and liver function. In the brain, phosphatidylcholine is the precursor for the synthesis of acetylcholine. That is a part of the bile secretion that emulsifies fats to facilitate absorption. Second one is the phosphatidylethanolamine. Second most abundant phospholipid of cell membrane of animals and plant cells is the phosphatidylethanolamine. Phosphatidylethanolamine. Phosphatidylethanolamine is this is the phospholipid that aids in the assembly of membrane protein, and without it they may not function properly. So they are the very important part of the assembly of the proteins in the cell membrane. It may be needed to orient enzymes correctly in the inner membrane. So these at phosphatidylethanolamine is also a very important role in the cell membrane of the animals and plant cells. Next is the phosphatidylinositol. Phosphatidylinositol, it is present in all tissues and cell types. In brain, it made up as much as 10% of the phospholipid. Although it is the minor constituent of the cell membrane, it is required for the synthesis of arachidonic acid. So, it is very much important for the synthesis of arachidonic acid. Next one is the phosphatidylserine. Phosphatidylserine promotes mostly in brain and it is present mostly in brain and nerve cells. It promotes stability and integrity of the cell membrane. It also maintains the homeostasis of the cell. Sodium-potassium pump function can be preserved by some extent by using this phosphatidylserine. So the major role for this phosphatidylserine is the proper functioning of phosphate proper functioning of sodium potassium pump is for the proper functioning of this sodium potassium pump, the phosphatidylserine is very much important. Last one is the phosphatidyl last one is the sphingomyelin. The sphingomyelin is the simplest and the most abundant sphingolipids. All other are the glycerophospholipids, but the sphingomyelin is the sphingophospholipid. It is simplest and most abundant sphingolipids. As they contain phosphorus, they are also included in the phospholipids. They contain either phosphatidylcholine or either phosphatidylethanolamine as the polar head groups. In properties, it resembles to the phosphatidylcholine present in plasma membranes of the animal cells. Myelin sheet present around the axons of the myelinated neurons is characteristically rich in sphingomyelin. Although the structure of this sphingomyelin is very much complicated, but this is a very important molecule for the formation of the myelin sheet in the cells. Now we are going towards the synthesis of the phospholipids. Synthesis of phospholipids. Synthesis of phospholipids. Phosphatidic. It started from the phosphatidic acid. CH2COOR1 attached with the CHO Cr2. Then this one is attached with the CH2O phosphate. This is actually the phosphatidic acid. This is the phosphatidic acid which R1 is for the fatty acid group. R1 is for fatty acid attached with this one. R2 is also for the fatty acid attached with this one. In the phosphatidic acid, the phosphate group is attached at the third position of the third carbon of the molecule. One way for the synthesis of phosphatidyl inositol. First of all, we are synthesized from it the phosphatidyl inositol. For this, we attached here the CTP that is converted into one phosphate group is removed from here, and the synthesized molecule is that is called as the CDP diacyl glycerol, that is converted into CDP diacyl glycerol. This CDP diacyl glycerol is then converted into phosphatidyl inositol. This one molecule is then converted into phosphatidyl inositol, and the CDP is removed and inositol is added in the structure of this molecule. So the synthesized phosphatidyl inositol is actually the CH2O, C double bond O, R1, CHO, C double bond O, R2, CH2O. At that position, this CDP is replaced by the inositol, and the synthesized molecule is phosphatidyl inositol. This one is the first phospholipid that is formed by this phosphatidic acid or the CDP diacyl glycerol. Next one is the synthesis of phosphatidyl ethanolamine. Phosphatidyl ethanol amine. How this is synthesized? The diacyl glycerol is converted into CDP. Ethanol amine is attached and cyclic CMP monophosphate, cytidine monophosphate is removed from this diacyl glycerol and it is converted into phosphatidyl ethanol amine. This one is ethanolamine and the formed molecule is phosphatidyl ethanol amine. Similarly, this diacyl glycerol is used for the synthesis of phosphatidyl choline. CDP choline is converted to phosphatidyl choline phosphatidyl choline. Is converted into phosphatidyl choline. This one is phosphatidyl choline and here is this molecule is the choline molecule. I will draw here the choline molecule structure, that is CH2, CH2 and positive, CH3, CH3 and CH3. This one is the structure of choline. The beauty of this is that this phosphatidyl choline can also be converted into phosphatidyl ethanol amine. Phosphatidyl ethanolamine is converted into phosphatidylcholine when we attach here the 3 SAM. SAM is the transferring molecule, S-adenosyl methionine, that is used for the transfer of methyl groups. So the 3 methyl groups are transferred here for the production of the phosphatidylcholine. So in this way, by the synthesis of phosphatidylethanolamine, you can also synthesize the phosphatidylcholine, or by the removal of these methyl groups in the form of S-adenosyl methionine, you can convert this phosphatidylcholine into the phosphatidylethanolamine. So these two molecules are interconvertible and they can be converted into each other. The next one is the synthesis of phosphatidylserine. Phosphatidylserine. Phosphatidylethanolamine phosphatidylethanolamine is converted into phosphatidylserine. We will add the serine molecule and remove the ethanol amine, or by adding carbon dioxide, this phosphatidylserine can also be converted into phosphatidylethanolamine. This is the phosphatidylserine, and this molecule is the serine molecule. By removing this carbon dioxide, this is converted into ethanolamine. So this can be converted into phosphatidylserine, can be converted into phosphatidylethanolamine. So by the formation of phosphatidylethanolamine, you can synthesize phosphatidylserine, and also you can synthesize phosphatidylcholine. The last one phospholipid is the sphingomyelin. Now we are going towards the synthesis of sphingomyelin. Sphingomyelin. For the synthesis of this sphingomyelin, the serine, CH2OH, CH, NH2, C double bond O, serine, plus we are added here palmitoyl CoA, the palmitic acid, CH3, CH214, C double bond O, S CoA. Now palmitoyl CoA, palmitoyl CoA, palmitoyl CoA is combined with the serine with the help of pyridoxal phosphate as the coenzyme, and the removal of by the removal of carbon dioxide, this is converted into sphingosine. Sphingosine. This is the sphingosine. That is the alcohol used for the synthesis of sphingomyelin. This is the alcohol. Sphingosine is the alcohol that is used for the synthesis of sphingomyelin, and this sphingosine is formed or synthesized by the reaction of serine with palmitoyl CoA. This serine and palmitoyl CoA combined with the help of pyridoxal phosphate, and by the removal of carbon dioxide, it is converted into, this is detached from here, CoASH in the form of CoASH, and this carbon dioxide from here and this one from here. And these two molecules are combined with each other for the formation of sphingosine. Now we are going towards the synthesis of the sphingomyelin. This sphingosine molecule by the addition of one more fatty acyl CoA is converted into ceramide. This is converted into, by the addition of one more fatty acyl CoA, this is converted into ceramide. The molecule that is synthesized is called as the ceramide. And now this ceramide is converted into ceramide is converted into sphingomyelin by the addition of phosphatidylcholine By the addition of phosphatidylcholine to the ceramide, this is converted into sphingomyelin. So the structure of this sphingomyelin is a very complicated structure, but this phospholipid is also very important molecule for the phospholipids because these phospholipids, it is the major part of the myelin sheet, and this sphingolipid is very important for the body. Let's see again that for the synthesis of sphingomyelin, we convert this. First of all, we synthesize the sphingosine molecule. The sphingosine molecule is synthesized by the serine plus palmitoyl-CoA. This palmitoyl-CoA is combined with the serine molecule by the removal of the carbon dioxide and the palmitoyl-CoA and the serine molecule by the removal of the CoA and the carbon dioxide group. And this formed sphingosine is then combined with the one more fatty acyl CoA for the formation of the ceramide group. And this ceramide group is then combined with the phosphatidylcholine and form the sphingomyelin. That is a very much important phospholipid molecule. Similarly, for the synthesis of the other glycerophospholipids, we uses the diacylglycerol as the precursor molecule, and this diacylglycerol or CDP diacylglycerol is converted into different glycerophospholipids. In the first case, inositol is added in the molecule and the CDP is removed and it is formed the phosphatidyl inositol. Then the phosphatidyl ethanolamine, for the synthesis of phosphatidyl ethanolamine, this phosphatidyl diacylglycerol is combined with the CDP ethanolamine and it is converted into phosphatidyl ethanolamine. And similarly, this diacylglycerol is combined when with the CDP choline, then this one is converted into phosphatidylcholine. And this phosphatidyl ethanolamine and phosphatidyl choline both can be interconvertible by the role of S-adenosylmethionine, because this S-adenosylmethionine is the transferring molecule of methyl group, and this transfer the methyl groups to the phosphatidyl ethanolamine and it converts into the phosphatidylcholine. Or if this methyl groups are removed from this phosphatidylcholine and they removed from this phosphatidylcholine, then this is converted into phosphatidyl ethanolamine. Similarly, the last one, the phosphatidyl serine. For the synthesis of phosphatidyl serine, we can be synthesized it by the phosphatidyl ethanolamine, and ethanolamine is removed from here and the serine is added here, and this is converted into phosphatidyl serine. Or by the removal of the carbon dioxide from this phosphatidyl serine, this phosphatidyl serine can also be converted into phosphatidyl ethanolamine. So these are the different phospholipids, and this is the synthesis of the phospholipids. These phospholipids are synthesized from each other and can be interconvertible. From one molecule, you can synthesize the other phospholipid molecules. This is all about the synthesis of the phospholipids. I hope so you have understand the phenomena of the synthesis of phospholipids. If you have any questions regarding this lecture or the synthesis of phospholipids, you may please approach me on my WhatsApp group, or you can write the your questions in the comments section of the YouTube channel, or you can email me your questions on my email address. I hope you understand this topic, but I am trying my best to answer your all questions which are raised in your mind after going through this lecture. Thank you so very much, students. This is all about the synthesis of phospholipids. Allah Hafiz.